Hey guys, Subzikid here with another tutorial in After Effects, and I know it's been quite a while since I last made a tutorial. It's been like 3 weeks I think, but I've just been busy with quite a few edits and just like school and all that. But yeah, making a tutorial. So yeah, what I'm going to be showing you today is called I'm going to call it the diagonal split transition. I don't really know what else to call it really. It's used quite a lot in edits, like in quite a lot of edits recently, and it's pretty simple to do, and it was requested, so I was like, why not make it? So this is what it looks like basically. So as you can see, it's like pretty nice. It's just like coming in, and then the diagonal splits basically come in, just like boom, and it kind of shakes about. I added some wiggle, and also I added a sound effect where it's like a swishing sound, and it synced to the music, and if you do it well, it looks nice. So let's quickly see that again. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Sorry if the playback of this is kind of laggy, but yeah, the screen recorder kind of makes it lag a bit. It doesn't let After Effects play it like in real time, frames per second, so it will actually come out like properly. So but as you can see here, it's just like diagonally split. What you can do is do it structurally. So like here, as you can see, it's like structurally masked out, so it's like the building, and personally I think it looks better when it's like this, like if you do a structure, like mask out a structure. So let's quickly see this. It's just like, basically it's just like interlocking. It looks better personally, I think. So let's start off with this diagonal one, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete these black bars and the clip basically, but I'm going to leave this last clip, and I'm going to delete that sound effect. And basically I've twisted it down here, because if it's just like in normal motion, so like 100% speed, just normal, and the diagonal splits come in, it's all a bit fast, and it looks it's like quite a lot to take in. So I recommend slowing it down so it's a bit more easier to take in, like what just happened really. So after you've done that, let's just drag in your other clip, and basically what you want to do, it's best when you sync it up to the music. When you sync it up to the music, it just flows a lot better. So you want to import that clip on top of the clip you're going to transition it over. So yeah, I've put it on top, and you just want to split it where the beat is, and just hit Ctrl+Shift+D like that, and we get this long part. We just like drag it to the side, because we can just leave that like for now, and go back onto this, onto the other clip here, and if you click on it, grab the pen tool and go from this corner to that corner, and you just mask it out round like that. Basically that's the mask done basically. And if you just click on it, hit Ctrl+D to duplicate it, hit M to bring up the masks, and just check inverted, and it will just create a duplicate of it, except it's masked out the other way. So basically we have like two masks. So we technically just have like two different masks like that, and we just keyframe the position of them. So if we get the first one, hit P, and if we go to the very end, like on the last frame where it's black, and then we want the transition to start 20 frames before that. So to go backwards 20 frames, if you hold down Shift and then page up, that goes backwards 10 frames. Just hit it again, you're 20 frames back, and keyframe the position, and just drag down like the bottom corner, the bottom half down to the bottom, or you could do it to the top, but it would look kind of weird. So yeah, just drag it down there, and then go to the end, just one frame forward and put it back to 640 and 360 like that, which is the exact center. And if you do the same with the other clip, so just make sure that the keyframes are in line. So if you just grab this and then hold down shift, it should just snap, and when it's all in line and synced up, it looks a lot more better, so because they come in at the same time. And if you basically just do the same really and just put it back to 640 by 360, so it's just simple keyframing really, and that's basically the transition, as you can see, like that. But just to make it like a lot smoother, if you click on this on the first keyframe and hit F9 to make it easy ease, or if your F9 keys are weird, you can right click on it and convert to easy ease, so keyframe assistant easy ease, and basically it makes it come in. It starts off slowly and then it comes in faster and it just snaps in like that. And what we can do now is just bring in the other clip which we just dragged to the side, and we can just bring it in now like that. And if we just see what we have so far, right now. So yeah, it's coming together. What we can do right now is add that sound effect, that little swooshing sound, which makes it quite nice. And basically what it is, it's the gunshot sound from Modern Warfare 2, the intervention gunshot sound. So I'll just bring it down here, and if you double tap L, you can see this little waveform. And basically if you click on it, well, right click on it, go to time and then time reverse layer, or Control Alt R, and you just go to the beat and sync it up like that. Like, make sure that they overlap slightly. Sounds better like that. And basically when you reverse it, it makes it plays that gunshot backwards, and it makes a like swooshing kind of sound. So let's listen to it now. So that looks pretty nice, it's coming together well. The only thing we really have to do now is the wiggle, like where it shakes about. And basically to do that, if you go to effects and presets and type in slider, you should just come up with slider control and drag that onto the very last one, so when it's just like the normal clip after. And what you want to do now is click on the clip, hit P, and it'll bring up position. And now what we're going to do is use an wiggle expression, except it's not just a normal wiggle expression. We're going to be using the slider control to keyframe it, and it's slightly different just to a normal wiggle expression as well. So what you have to type in is open square bracket space value space open square bracket 0 close square bracket comma, and now you have to type in wiggle open bracket, just the normal bracket, 15 comma, and now you have to get this pick whip tool here and drag it to the slider, onto the slider. When it like highlights, it should just bring in this little expression part here. And then if you close bracket again, so at the end you have two brackets, and then you want to hit space and then open square bracket 1 and then close square bracket and then space and close square bracket again. And basically it will just give you this pretty big expression. And basically what this expression does is that when you increase this, as you can see, it only wiggles up and down. It doesn't wiggle like left and right as well, like a normal wiggle expression does. And that's what this value 0 and value 1 is for, when it determines the x and y axes. And yeah, I think it looks better when it just goes up and down, so that's what I'm doing. And basically if you go to the beginning and make a keyframe on the slider control, so on the very first frame of the normal clip, and make it 100, and if you go forward 25 frames, so hold down shift and then page down twice to go forward 20, and then just hit page down 5 times to go forward 5 frames, and just make it 0. And now if we hit U, basically what happens is that it's like proper bouncy and it just slowly fades out and it looks a bit smoother like that. we can select both keyframes and hit F9 to make it even smoother, and boom, that's the transition done basically. Let's quickly see what we got. As you can see, that you have these weird black edges, you see, and that's basically why I had these black bars. So if you just Control C and Control V them, well, if I do, I've already got a tutorial for the black bars. You could scale it up, but it would look better if you just put black bars on. That's what I do, and it just covers it up because you can't see it because the black bars basically just come in the way. And yeah, that's about it. If you want to do structural, when you make the mask, what you do is, instead of, if you go to the last frame and mask, instead of just masking out diagonally, if you just mask out that wall, and then you do the same, you duplicate it, and then you make it inverted so you'll get this part, and basically you just do the same, you keyframe it diagonally, and it's the same wiggle and the same sound effect. And basically, as you can see here, you can see that the mask is kind of off because the actual footage is still moving. But if at the last frame, if you make sure that the last frame the mask is correct, it will look good, because it's a 20 frame transition, so it's like a third of a second, and it's a pretty quick transition, and no one will be able to realize that it's kind of a dodgy mask like at the beginning, because it's just too fast. You can keyframe the mask path to make sure that it's always perfect, but I don't feel there's a need. So let's quickly see. So it's a pretty nice transition. Tutorial for like a pretty simple transition, really. It's a pretty long tutorial for some reason, I don't know. But that's about it, guys. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, just like comment below. If you have any tutorial requests, just message me, comment below, or you can even tweet me as well. So follow me on Twitter at Subzikid. So pretty self-explanatory, really. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.